Welcome back to the OPL, the Headspace Round. Wow, what the heck happened to my voice there? Chiefs Esports Club just picked up a fantastic Game 1 victory. Don't you laugh at me, Bryce. The whole of that ad break, Bryce is sitting there with his Headspace pen.
This is a hard pen. It's difficult, you know.
It's got a mini game in it,
yeah,
and Bryce is just sitting there trying to complete the mini game.
It's got like those little ball bearings, and it's like a maze, you know, and you got to like try and fit it. But I can't. I can get it to the tip. Like you mentioned, you can get it to the tip, but not the other end. And I'm like stuck halfway. There's like a bait and switch. It's not like the end point. You got to like go back to go forward. You know, one of those. It's like a platformer.
Yeah, and there's 3 little ball bearings in there, so you get one across, and then the other 2 just won't follow for some reason. However, we're here to discuss League of Legends. That game, very impressive out of the Chiefs.
Absolute stomp from the Chiefs. I think coming into Game 2 for Tectonic, I think they need to be kind of matching Chiefs in the early game. They do talk about, I mean, like some of their best games have been like stalling out to late game, but I feel like if you're picking up a Caitlyn Jana, you have to be able to match in the early game. Picking up the Victor into the Azir, you just get shoved in. Victor not really known for his early game, and then Sion just got bullied around by Swipers. Nah, why do you give him Nah? Just put him on something he's less comfortable
You just have to have some agency.
Yep.
And I thought that potentially they had that out of the Skarner, but really before Skarner was level 6, the map was in tatters. So,
but I mean, also in terms of agency, you don't want just the Skarner. You need someone else to like try and go in. Like he needs an avenue to get in.
Yep.
But when that's a Sion just getting shoved in by the Nah, then like.
But that shouldn't happen. That is the one lane that should have been pushing. It wasn't for some reason. Go comment next time. Just go all in on lanes.
Yep. I think so as well.
I'm a big fan of just like pick Z if you have to. Like go in on the lane.
In a top of the table versus bottom of the table mismatch, I think you can't be necessarily playing for the scaling in the hopes that you kind of get through the early game and to get to the late game.
All right, so let's see if anything changes here. It's going to be Urgot, Gangplank, as well as Ezreal. So same bans. On the blue side from the Chiefs is going to be Zoe, Azir, as well as Kalista. Straight away, they lock in Xayah, which means if Tectonic don't take Rakan, Chiefs are going to get the Xayah Rakan joy.
Yep, and I'm thinking that they won't here.
Alistar, Tristana. They should play the lane back into them.
Yeah, potentially.
Fights fire with fire.
Yeah.
Braum as well. Also a good pickup here if they want to go for it. Braum on, something they're not familiar with.
No, they actually opt in for the Sion once again. What is it about red side top lane that has those summoners in Champs League? I don't know what it is, but every top laner on red side is just trolling at one point in their Champs League.
Is that what? Maybe it's just a default thing.
Maybe, but like he just played last game, so it should be like Flash DP, shouldn't it? Pabu had it happen last week as well, but
I'm not the pro player.
Yeah,
you're the pro player.
Yeah, okay.
You tell me. Do you summoner spells very?
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. But no, they actually lock in the Braum this time. We saw Sharp talking about it on the desk that the Janna was greedy, that they could have gone for something like the Taric, like the Shen. But they went for the Janna, didn't work. This time opting in for that Braum, the Doorman.
Just good against Xayah.
Yep.
At the same time, if they go Rakan, Nah, this is nearly the best comp you can give the Chiefs, I feel like, on this patch. So we'll see exactly how it works out.
Do they opt in? Or do they lock in a mid laner? They're hovering the Rise right now. Obviously, Azir banned, Zoe banned, Malzahar, Rise. Things like that are still available.
Talia still got a pretty deep champion pool, however. As you said, Talia. He also plays LeBlanc very well. So I don't know if they have to rush. Rise, however, is just so incredibly strong on this patch.
Right, do they lock it in? They do. I mean, Swiper's champion pool not quite as deep as Roma, but it's not bad. I mean, he's pulled out the Clade. He showed that that can work, especially into the Vlad matchup. But he showed that he does have other things.
Maybe he feels that he's just got Ornn, Nah, and Camille left.
Yep.
So
he can't get banned out. He's going to get one of them.
Rid of all of them. You're going to get one of them. However, you might not necessarily, because they could take Camille here and then ban the other 2. That would be cheeky.
Good, but looks like they're opting in for another Caitlyn game. Low. Didn't look pretty game 1. Obviously does have the range advantage over the Xayah Rakan, but this is once again one of those kind of skill matchups. I do give the edge to Xayah Rakan, but there is outplay potential. If you can dodge the Rakan W, like, there is outplay potential. It's not one of those lanes, it's like Tristana Alley, where it's like, okay, he's going to combo me, and I'm dead. Whoops.
Yeah, I feel like Tristana is just better than Caitlyn in this matchup, though, because I feel like the only way you really get away from that W is if you buffer your own jump.
Yep.
And it's going to be Swathe actually banning away the champion he played last game. That could have been first pickable out of this pick ban if they wanted to go with it, but they get rid of the Skarner. Cassiopeia is the match. Don't want Shock to be able to take that skill matchup into the mid lane.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see if they do ban away another tank jungler and then just opt in for the Kha'Zix blind pick out of this second phase pick rotation for Tectonic, because obviously Babip had a very good game last time, but Tectonic do have the first pick here. He can just take it himself, because I mean, Swace has some good Kha'Zix games. He's had some good Camille games. They can take away more of Swiper's champion pool, because they can just put Camille in the jungle as well. So.
Yeah, but they do what you first said. They keep hitting that tank jungle champion pool. Sejuani's still up and available, however, and I feel like she's just the best out of all of them.
She's the best, but I think Babip is probably better at other things than the Sejuani.
Okay.
I feel like his Sejuani hasn't looked too good. He obviously has the pocket Nunu, and with the Xayah, Rakan is
not the worst thing.
I mean, it's not the worst thing. Obviously, Rakan's going to go for the Arda, and then you get the Blood Boil on top of that. Just to protect the Raze composition with the Ryze running around.
Yeah, and Nunu can build things like Locket as well as Knight's Vow, so it kind of gets rid of the need for Rakan to itemize heavily into that. You can instead go Ardent Sensor and pick up something like, you know, what's the thing that makes you run quick? Righteous Glory? Righteous Glory, yep. But they do actually lock into Kha'Zix, so they go for that strategy there. See what Babip takes in response. Wants to keep his form tracking well. The Rengar, the Kha'Zix. Now, game number 3, what will it be? Oh, it actually rhymed.
Yeah. Spitting lyrics, dude.
You are.
What's my, you know my DJ name? It's what? DJ Paulie B.
Is it really?
Yep. Because I'm Bryce Paul, Paulie B.
Yeah,
that's it.
I understand what your name is. It's going to be Sejuani picked up right now for Babip, so even though you said maybe not his best jungler, something they're willing to pick, and it's going to be Swiper taking the Camille into the top lane.
Now this is a statement game from Swiper. Because we've seen 2 games of the Camille so far, and they have looked poor. Poor to real bad. Honestly, depending on at what point you tune into the game. If you go back and watch the VOD and you just click a random time, you'll get like an okay, you'll get a poor, or you'll get a real bad. So he really wants to be able to step it up, wants to prove that he is not a Nah one trick. Obviously played fairly well last game into the Sion matchup and taking the Camille this time.
Yeah, and they will lock in Malzahar. So Malzahar Kha'Zix, a combo that we normally see out of the Direwolves, to be honest.
Yep.
So we'll be very interested to get Coach Sharp's take on how they play out this mid lane. However, strong 1-3-1 and core coming out of the Chiefs versus really a little bit of this and a little bit of that coming out of Tectonic, I feel like.
It's basically just going to be a force comp. You have the Sion, you have the Malzahar. Braum's going to be flashing forward, hitting with the ulti. They want to be able to lock someone down with that first CC.
This is a Bryce Paul comp, actually.
Yep.
This is a hit your flash buttons and see if you can kill someone and get an objective kind of composition.
I love that.
You like playing the game that way?
Yep. I was a big fan of Xayah, Rakan, Galio. That was the easiest comp you can ever play. Just dash to the Xayah, flash on the mid laner, and then Galio comes flying over the top, but...
So easy to play. It made a 4th place team look like a 1st place team in certain weeks.
That's 2. That's 2 today, mate. What's your problem? I thought you were glass half full, Jake.
I am
today.
just stating facts, bro.
Oh, okay. That's what we call it nowadays.
Yep.
You're flaming me, dude. But... we're into game 2 here for Tectonic. Can they have a better performance? Like, honestly, that's what you're looking for. You kind of expect, if you're a gambling man, to gamble on the Chiefs 2-0 here. You're like, okay, they should be coming through. Yep. They should be able to perform against a team that has not won a single series here, but you kind of want to see just improvement from game 1. They've shown that they can be successful in the early game. They've shown it against the Chiefs weeks ago. But obviously game 1 struggled heavily.
And you just want them to go in and execute on the game plan, to be honest. Win, lose, or draw. You can't review something that didn't happen. So they got crushed so heavily in the early game that you kind of, as a coach, are like, okay, well, we need to get to the stage where we can execute on it. So I think they've got a better composition this time around. It's a lot more safety. They did give up Xayah Rakan, which is a risk. I would like to see them take away 1/2 of that. However, heading on to Summoner's Rift for Game 2, it's going to be the Chiefs Esports Club taking on Tectonic. And Laura is alongside Chiefs coach Fantix.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm standing here alongside Fantix. The boys were so close to having a perfect game in Game 1, but just missed out. What did you say to them during the break?
I didn't really say anything about that. Like, it's whatever. They played well early game, but they just had to get impatient and, you know, look for kills. But yeah.
Tectonic have pulled out Sion in both of these games. What are your thoughts on him as a champion at the moment, and how do you think Swiper will go into it on Camille?
Yeah, like the rise in popularity on Sion's just because he's like a really lane dominant tank, and he can like easily like impact other lanes through his ultimate. So yeah, like he's really strong in lane, but I'm sure like DOS will be fine.
And taking a look at Tectonic's draft this game, what's the biggest worry or threat you can see?
Probably Swathe on Kha'Zix. Like he's pretty good at the champion, and yeah, that's possibly like the only risk that we have of like him snowballing.
Well, best of luck with this game, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Had to really search for the danger out of the Tectonic comp there.
The only risk is the jungler. The rest of the players do not matter to the Chiefs, apparently.
At all, and you can see Papra maybe baiting a little bit of a leash here, trying to give some questionable start out of the Tectonic jungler Swathe, try and get him snowballing a little bit. Want to point out the fact that Destiny, by the way, just to prove to everyone in solo queue, I'm not trolling. has started Exhaust Ignite.
Yeah.
That's popping.
This is the most spell books we've had in the game on this patch, I think, so far. It's going to be Hit the Max with 3, both mid laners and obviously Destiny. So later on into the game, you look to see him going for that engage, for the flash, for the ghost, but for the lane phase, if they can get early onto Tectonic's bottom lane.
I can't believe he hasn't gone already, to be honest. Maybe just looking to get the melees out of the way. Is getting shoved into a little bit here.
Yep, level 2.
Of course, that's something you need to watch out for in the fact that Braum has access to Targons, which obviously executes creeps, so it gives you an earlier push. You're going to have Spell Thieves most of the time on Destiny.
Top lane.
Gank coming in already. That
Swathe
stun
is here,
lands somehow. Swathe is here. Knock up will not hit. Now Paprise will be stunned up. However, Swiper going very low. Will fall down. That's first blood picked up. And they can continue right now onto Babip. They decide not to. Babip actually might go for this one. Flashes forward, returns a kill. And now he's onto Paprise as well. That will at least be a flash out of the top laner. One more auto. He doesn't flash. Holds his nerves if you don't mind. And that will be a 1-for-1.
Yep, Fantix mentioned Swathe and the Kha'Zix was their biggest threat, and rightfully slow there. Slow? It wasn't slow. He got there pretty damn quick. And then gets the first blood for Tectonic. Trade nice out of a bit. Honestly, burned his own flash to get onto them. Engage, potentially coming out.
Gets a double knock-up. Exhaust already down. Door is up. Ignite is out as well. And now Raze is just marching forward. However, doesn't get the last auto attack.
Yeah, unfortunately for Tectonic, the Braum autos were actually hitting the Rakan there, so they can't stun up the damage in Raze. But that's both Summoners burnt by Destiny. Does have that accelerated cooldown. But you have to think that should be getting them a kill there. You
should think that that Kha'Zix now is just going to get the instincts honed in on the support player, because he's going to be looking up. And Kha'Zix is going to be looking to kill him, I think, somehow.
Can Swathe pull up a bit from game 1? Can he finish the game with 9 kills? Can he get it through all of the lanes? Can he start chomping away?
Well, this lane in the mid lane that we're watching right now should just be a null factor until about level 6. Yep. You can see they're just both farming back and forward. Those little voidlings, the snow voidlings, going to be absolutely chewing through the creeps.
Both of them have materializers, so really shouldn't be getting pushed in too hard. Roma, unfortunately for him there, actually tanks the Prolific Visions. You can see, have been standing that close to the minion, but Paprise actually has the shove now.
Swathe feeling a little bit bad for his earlier transgressions. Will be returning to this top lane. Swiper comes off the wall, so that's gap closer gone. However, going to be very hard to engage onto him at this point.
But this is a long play out of Swathe here. He has to spend so much time. Paprise is going to have to shove this wave in and then bounce it before Swiper even gets outside of turret range to get onto Paprise, but he's going.
Yeah, it goes in. Paprise has no spells available. We'll get a slow, we'll get a second slow knock-up. In goes Swathe.
Oh, the shield.
Shield is there, and you can see that they're just taking so much. He actually falls down, and now Paprise in trouble as well. That's a double kill for the Armor Titan in the top lane.
And Swiper has a big grin on his face, silencing the critics there. Camille, 1v2 under his turret, picks up both.
I mean, I honestly can't believe it. They just didn't commit hard enough. You can't be caught in no man's land. For that, you either both die at the turret, like taking everything down with you, or you just get the heck out.
You can't both die running away. But I honestly think they pulled the trigger too early. That had to be a bounce. It was just too far under the turret for Swiper. Had that extra safety. Swathe had to spend so much time actually closing the gap. Destiny going in by himself. Ray's not around.
Again, you can see this time Destiny might get stunned up, takes 3 of the autos and dashes away. So good, positive trade.
Obviously has the extended range on his shield there to dash to Xayah, so he can be more aggressive.
So you play Xayah Rakan?
Yep.
Do you mute emotes and sounds?
No, it was actually real bad on release patch. They were so loud. Rakan doesn't shut up about... He's like, hey Xayah, what are humans wearing? Like, what are they wearing? She's like, shoes? And he's like, yeah, gotta get me a pair of red shoes. I mean, that was ad-lib. I completely changed the how he said it, but that's basically the message.
Is that why you have red shoes?
I haven't had red shoes for a while, mate.
I remember when you did have red shoes.
Yeah, that were my lucky shoes. I used to wear them on stage, you know. Yeah. 2014, the year Legacy slayed the Chiefs. That was my lucky red shoes. Actually, Swathe
mid lane, Ryoma actually has to flash away because he knows flash suppression ultimate is available. What's that called? Nethergrass?
Yeah, Nethergrass. So, it's a big deal. The
looks like I-beam to me.
Yeah.
That's why I never call it Nethergrass. Because it just doesn't look like a Nethergrass.
Yeah, but it's a big deal with the flash being burnt for Ryoma. Obviously, such an easy gank setup when your Malzahar has flash and the ulti available. Swathe already accelerated a little bit, has the kill. So it does have the extra damage of that longsword there. So if they actually get onto Ryoma and Babip is not there quick enough, that's a very easy gank in the mid lane.
Summoner spells back up down here in the bottom lane as well. Destiny and Ray is about to tick over to level 6. So what are you looking for out of Tectonic now? Is it around this mid lane? Do they play around the Malzahar ulti?
I think absolutely, because Ryoma has to respect it a great deal, as he is right now. He's sitting so far back. He knows Swait is somewhat around, but it's kind of unfortunate for Tectonic and questionable pathing out of Swait to actually reconsider the top side.
Oh, they actually flash forward. Go for it. That's big damage coming out. Ryoma gets a shield, but it's not enough. They were able to pull the trigger in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, you can see both summoner spells used again.
Oh.
And this time the damage is going to be there. Low falls down. Now looking for tilting.
In round 2, I was just going to say that the window was missed by Tectonic. Swait went topside and then got 1v2'd by Swiper instead of going bot when they had no summoners on Destiny, when they had that opportunity. Now they come up before low because of that extra summoner CDR.
Glass half full. Once again, Destiny has no summoner spells.
Yep.
So should be a free gank for Sway.
Potentially.
Especially given the fact that Tilting has Flash and ulti about to come up. You would just expect him to flash on the Rakan's head.
Yep. And saying that though, depending on how they're playing the lane, Destiny can always just jump to his AD carry. If Raze is behind him there.
And also, they didn't use ultimates for that one. I didn't even realize. They just got that scot-free, couple of summoner spells, that's it.
Was just level 5. No heal available or flash for low. Actually did use the heal there, so. They do pick up that kill there. Gold lead slightly in favor of Chiefs, but nowhere near as big of a lead as they had last game.
Very peculiar that Paparazzi held that lane, because now Swiper has some time to be able to go mid lane. And this is kind of honestly what you want out of your Scion. You want him to be the one pushing out, as now Swathe gets hard engaged on and will follow with the ultimate. Swiper is looking for the jungler of Tectonic right now. Will land that slow. The Do, however, means that he will be able to flash away.
Swiper gets outsmarted by the bug and finds his way to safety there. Burning the flash though. Shock coming. Didn't have access to the ulti. And Swiper's E was coming off cooldown in 1 second there. So he could have locked him down if they could find it. But Vip looking for something in the bottom lane.
Yeah, potentially has the ultimate. Can just peg it at someone. Tilting still only level 5, as is low. So significant power discrepancy right now in this bottom lane. In they go. Door will not go up in time. Lay it CC beautifully. And Tilting now has to head for the hills. Will be able to get a double kill over there onto Raze. You can see Swathe goes in. Teleport comes out of Shock. Maybe just trying to defend the turret right now, because there's no way they're going to turn it. Yeah,
but Swiper's nowhere near Paparazzi, and he did have the TP available, so could have potentially, that ward they're clearing right now, TP behind with the Scion, force some form of engage, but you also think it could have been matched by Chief, so they don't pull the trigger on that one. You mentioned Shock just trying to defend the turret. They don't want to lose first brick. But you have to think, this bot lane is just straight up losing, and mid lane they have potential to gain advantages though. So if you're using your advantage to kind of negate a loss in the bot lane.
And they go onto Ryoma. That's big damage. Where's the second Q? He actually backs off. That was a free kill.
I mean, Ryoma, he had the shield still. He hadn't procced it there.
Yep, all right.
I don't think it would have killed him. I think there's about a 1 auto difference.
Yep, potentially. I'm saying he's full health. If Ryoma turns around and starts flinging spells at you, probably a window where you can take him down.
We'll have to agree to disagree here, because the shield could have come out. He would have been rooted in turret range. No flash on Swathe. Means that he would not have been able to get out. Had to burn his jump to get in, so. I mean, interesting. He might just find access to Ryoma again. He's looking.
Yeah, certainly is. Goes through a couple of brushes. He's looking to scout around. You can see they're pinged in. Will be able to get into the brush. Ward goes over. It's not low enough. Bummer.
Sweeper coming out, so denying the vision, or attempting to. But Vip clearing out the ward. He does get the blue to Ryoma. Paparazzi did also base and TP back to lane, so Swiper
is coming down. They're going to be sending both members into this portal. Swathe actually do-si-do again, but this time Swiper had the right idea, but unfortunately, the little bug just runs a bit too quick.
He does. He's a sneaky bug. He's a sneaky Kha'Zix. The entire game he's been playing on the knife.
Oh, flashes, and he missed it again, and this time right into the waiting arms. Ryoma goes over the wall as well. They're looking for Swathe. Paparazzi, however, just will turn into a train, bang into a wall. And for some reason, that's good in League of Legends.
Yeah. Hextech Ultimatum goes on to the Scion, but they're trying to kill Swathe. So at the end of the day, they both just get out for free there.
Yeah, that wasn't the best mechanics out of Swiper. You see, he goes back in, gets a very nice trade, however, so redeems himself up in the top lane.
Yep, someone still hasn't landed the E-Flash combo. That's 3 out of 3 he's missed. But we haven't even mentioned the bottom lane is winning for Legacy, and it's Infernal Drake right now, but Big is down there. Sorry, for the Chiefs, rather. Yeah. Not Legacy. You know, used to Legacy, but Bit. It hasn't been long enough. Yeah, he spent years on Legacy.
Certainly did. As you can see, they're just going to march in. They're going to be able to take down this bottom lane turret. They're going to have access to an Infernal Drake. They're already up at 3,500 gold lead right now. So Chiefs, even though not as accelerated as game 1, 12 minutes into this one, making it look pretty easy.
Over a 2,000 gold lead for Raze in the bottom lane. Up 40 CS, not to mention the 3 kills. So sitting very pretty, has the safety of the Rakan.
In they go, Rakan looking for it, layering of CC again.
Yep.
Swaith just gets popped. This is what happens when you lose a lane, it overflows somewhere else.
Yep.
Now the Chiefs looking to pressure down mid lane turret.
Raze is flanking on the
Yeah,
Zyra.
the flanking Zyra play will be able to get ulted up. However, that means you have to stand still. Raze goes very low. However, this should be mid lane turret falling. As soon as they can get a creep wave there.
Yep, Braum rotating up, but not going to be able to do anything by himself. And the big thing so far, actually, no, they're opting for a
Actually, just
reset.
go for a reset.
Yep, so they're playing the tempo play. If they do greed for that, and Low still sticks around on the map, there is the potential that Tectonic can get themselves an Infernal Drake, so they don't opt in for the risk.
Swiper also very low in that brush. I don't know if Paprise knows he stopped him.
Accidentally stopped him.
Oh, no, he knows. So he just was even smarter than we thought he was.
Yep, does cancel that base. Swiper low on mana, but so is Paprise.
Paprise has a cookie, however. Yeah. Cookie's very good at giving you back mana.
Yep, 15%. Based on missing as well, so when you have basically none, gives you a lot back. But the big thing we haven't mentioned, honestly, with the Rakan into Braum, we've seen it. They keep chaining the Rakan engage with the Sejuani.
Yep.
If Braum doesn't predict the engage out of Rakan, then he gets charmed on the setup.
Well, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be, as a Braum, you're supposed to stand off your Caitlyn and you're supposed to be like, I'm a tank, don't ult me. Here's a juicy Caitlyn.
Yep.
And then when they ult Caitlyn, you're supposed to get the
damage.
door up and then jump because you're going to get charmed as well.
Yep.
But they've just been mis-executing it.
Yep. Tilting has been standing on his 80 carry low, been caught up in that charm, which means the door doesn't land in time. Sejuani ulti hits the Caitlyn, they go down, and he's just by himself.
And I was about to say, good play coming out of Tectonic here, flipping the map upside down. However, at the same time, Zyra and Rakan is about to take their tier 2. So they will lose a more valuable structure, and they've also hard zone shock out of the mid lane.
Yep, they absolutely have. Also, this does mean the Chiefs get access to that Infernal Drake if they want it. Swaith looks like he's going to go for the Rift Herald. Might just solo that one out. He's bringing over his bot lane. But just the consolation prize. Honestly, fairly proactive play out of Tectonic. They know they're not going to win if they match, so at least trading things. And this is honestly possibly the best situation that they do go 1-for-1 in turret. It is an inner for an outer, so not a nice trade, but if they wanted to fight over this Infernal, you have to think it's so easy for Chiefs to set up. Destiny has that ulti available, doesn't have flash, but if he lands on anyone, they will just pop.
And they just have no vision.
Yep.
We saw last game that they were only willing to farm when they had vision. This game, they're just not going to have any of it available, as Ryan now looking for Swaith, who has to burn his ultimate again. Poor guy is just, unfortunately, doesn't own any of the map. Goes in, picks it up, it looked like, is now shot getting engaged on. That will actually be Ryoma potentially falling down. Nice pick coming out. Ignite is on.
Oh,
however, the shield will save him. And unfortunately for Tectonic, Tilting falls down.
And it feels bad for Tectonic that they thought they found the mid lane of Chiefs, but the shield and heal come through from the bottom lane. That's going to be his safety. He's going to go pick up the top wave. That's going to be the mid turret as well.
Yeah, meanwhile, bottom lane, you can see that the Scion is starting to get a little bit of damage down here.
If we look mid, this is what the Zyra Rakan duo can do. Raze can hit the turret, he can take that one down, and Destiny can buffer the recall. Obviously, Zyra takes the one out with him. So basically buys his 80 carry 8 seconds for free there. Nice little synergy between those two.
Now we have Swaith again. He's going to be spotted on vision, but Ryoma is so low. We'll get a shield out. Ooh.
There we go, man. That's the shield. That's what would have happened under the turret.
I think he has an extra 4 points in it now.
He does. But still.
I'm going to say the shield is slightly bigger now that he has himself also a completed item.
Yeah, okay.
You're a flamer, dude.
I'm a flamer. Oh. Oh. All right. Tilting. Trying to get himself some relic stacks, but Chief's going to deny him access to the wave, so only gets the one.
This has been a rough game for Tilting and Low. Game number 1 did not go well. Game number 2 is not going any better. 50 CS at the moment, as well as about 3 turrets being picked up for the Chiefs duo lane.
We're only at 15 minutes here, but a 6,000 or 5,000 gold lead. Once we hit 20 in game 1, there was about a 10k gold lead, so.
Yep. However, this game has the potential to accelerate very rapidly, given how dynamic Zyra and Rakan can play. The fact that Ryoma is starting to get very fed.
And the big thing is the ease of engage coming out of Chiefs.
Yep,
means that
pull the trigger.
Yeah, it's so easy for them to pull the trigger, but so hard for Tectonic to contest the Baron. We're 4 minutes away before that one even spawns, but they don't have a tank jungler, so Kha'Zix doesn't really want to be checking. And if he does, if Rakan catches him in a combo, even if he's invisible, he gets knocked up, gets charmed, and he will just go down. Braum, I mean, 0-2-0, hasn't even got an item, he's just got a Sightstone, so He's not tanky at all. They really have no tools to actually check the Baron
However,
without
they might
face
have
checking a
caught
bull.
Swiper here, and this time around he will take a lot of damage. Swathe jumps on him. Paprai is running very quickly. Underneath the turret again, the flash comes over, they get the knock up. Do they chain it? Well, they do. That's going to be Hextech Ultimatum, but Swathe will pick up that kill.
Yep, nice pick onto Swiper, but Chiefs looking to trade in the other lanes here. Tilting has to disengage for his AD carry, burnt the flash on low, and Shock has ghosted away.
Yeah, so they do disengage successfully. They're going to lose a turret on the top side of the map, but they pick up a kill, and they should get bottom lane turret. In response, when you trade and you're behind, it's a good thing. If you trade up, it's even better, and that's what happened here.
Yep, does Roma actually get this one? It does. Looks very low.
Ooh, and Paprise actually doesn't stick around.
Ooh, they have
so
flash
neither of them
Nethergrass.
get it.
Okay. So we'll just be the one kill there, and then negated the engage at a Chiefs mid lane. So
Swathe is looking for him. Good damage coming out. Flash forward into the Nethergrass. And you can just see right now, Bryce, that the shield doesn't really mean all that much. As Roma falls down.
It wasn't the other 3 members. It wasn't a 3v1.
Not at all.
Feel like this is going too far. This is getting pretty sketchy here, but Roma does fall down. Has both summoners still available.
Oh,
The Chiefs are
Shock
looking
about
for
the
something.
face check. That will be him just getting deleted off the map. And Destiny still wants more. Running forward.
That was honestly so nice. He burns the spell shield with his Q and then times the W perfectly. So when that spell shield drops down from Shock, the passive is off, gets immediately knocked up, didn't have the flash because they knew they just used it on Ryoma. So they match the picks 1 for 1.
Rift Herald is going to be popped by Swathe. That's an expiration Rift Herald, sorry.
Unfortunately, that does seem to be the case. When you're trading objectives and you're the losing team and you have to get the Rift Herald, it's very hard to actually set up a play here.
I feel like when they killed Swiper,
Just drop it top.
or no, bottom lane like 2 minutes ago,
Yeah.
could have probably used it to take the turret. Now they just give like 25 gold to Swiper.
Yep. And didn't even get a charge on a turret there.
Maybe he just forgot he had it.
Yep. I mean, probably, to be honest. Not the first time we've seen that happen in the OPL. Cough, spooks, cough. But Swathe, looking for the race right now. All of his camps, last game, taken away by his team. This game, taken away by the bottom lane of Chiefs.
Swathe will be spotted out again, this time going for his Krugs up towards the top lane. Destiny doing a good job of just being a battle ward right now.
Yep.
And really, Tectonic are just trying to catch some waves, trying to stop the bleeding. They've done a fairly good job of it. It's still only 5,000. I say still only.
Yep. I mean, when the gold lead was 5,000,
yeah,
the fact that they've lasted 5 minutes,
pretty good.
yeah, and it's still sitting at that, it's not growing. Because that's the, it kind of feels redundant to say it's easy to win a game of League of Legends that you're already winning. But that's how it works. You have an advantage, so you can force things, so you can take turrets, you can take objectives, and your gold lead only grows. So,
And this is where it differs from sport, right? If you're 10 goals down in football,
Yep.
mentally it's harder.
Yep.
No one likes playing a game of football when you're 10 goals down, or a couple of tries, or whatever your kind of sport is. But the game actually is still just
Exactly
the exact
the
same
same.
game. Whereas League of Legends, it's actually like
Super hard,
exponentially
yep.
harder when you have no items versus a team that has 3 items.
more items, more gold, more damage, more tank.
Yeah, and in League of Legends, ooh. So you can do stuff like this. You can just burn 75 gold by dropping a ward, not in a brush, as they're going to start up the Baron.
The instant 20-minute Baron on spawn here. Swathe is coming over. He's going
He's
to walk
actually
over the
higher
pink,
level.
So they know he's there.
He's high level. He has wings. So he's got a very deep jump. They
Oh,
throw
he
an ulti at him.
misses.
They miss. They're going to get the second one over, and they will just blow him up. So not going to be able to get the steal. Well played from Destiny.
Yep, and honestly, quite close there. The ulti from Sedge did miss. And if he had ulted when Destiny came over the wall, obviously he had no vision, so it would have just been a guessing game.
Yep.
But if he could have ulted and been invisible, he wouldn't have been auto-attackable. Then he could have dashed over the wall, had his flash available. So there was potential for a steal there. Unfortunately for Tectonic, he can't get it. And that does mean the gold lead sitting at about 8,000 right now.
And the game just becomes really hard. You're playing without the third member. Tilting going to be caught up. Has to flash as well. Protecting the minion wave that will shove in here. You can see Camille already handily winning the split, pushing the Scion underneath turret. Scion does not deal with super creeps all that well, although he can keep kicking the cannon minion away, which is nice.
Yep. But Tectonic have about a minute of respite so far. Chiefs won't be able to dive in Inhib without the Rakan ulti, without the Sedge ulti. They need those tools to pull the trigger on a play.
See, there's
should be able
still
to
some
hold for a
damage
little
coming
bit.
out of Shock. So not all doom and gloom, however, they have zoned him away from this turret. So the 3 outer turrets will go down. Chiefs will recall with a 10,000 gold lead exactly at 21 minutes into this game.
Honestly, pretty close to game 1. It was slower, but as soon as they got to 20 minutes, that gold lead just exploded. Baron, 2 turrets going over almost immediately. They do opt in for the reset. So Tectonic trying to get some control of their topside jungle right now, Chiefs.
Snowball QSS coming out of both Swiper and Raze. It's a little bit of gold to spend, but they know the only way they really lose this game right now is if they get ultied up by Shock and bursted down by Suede.
Not to mention, if you're Raze on the Zai, you also have an Ardent Sensor out of Rakan, so you're like, okay, I can play it a bit safer, I can sacrifice.
Rakan also got himself QSS. Got himself a nice sash. Maybe it's just in vogue at the moment.
Oh,
maybe
like
all the
fashion
cool
thing.
champions are wearing Quicksilver sashes.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it.
So, you know, it doesn't really, you know, it's just like...
It's not the fact that he, like, dashes in there and then potentially just gets one shot by the mouse. Like, nah. Okay, he just thinks it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. Low doesn't think the golems look pretty cool because he takes those down, gets himself a little bit of gold.
I mean, why do you wear Vans everywhere? Do they make you all
I'm currently
quicker?
not wearing Vans.
Yeah, but you do wear them everywhere.
I just like Vans, man.
You're exactly right.
You're wearing Converse right now.
I am. Wearing some All-Stars.
Yep. Limited edition. You're a fancy man, Jake. You're a fancy man with fancy shoes.
They're actually real comfy as well. Would recommend. However, back into the game. 10,500 gold lead right now for the Chiefs. Potentially looking for Swiper in the bottom lane, however. Will ulti onto Swathe. Maybe not the right decision because he is very fed. You can see that ultimate from Paparazzi will chase him down. Swiper gets over the wall, however, Swathe follows with the flash. However, Swiper just gets away. And meanwhile, the middle of the base is broken.
Yeah, but he bought enough time for them to actually break the base without expending any ultis. The Realm comes out with the wave.
Yeah, waves up to the top lane. You can see that Ryoma goes back, gets the other ones, won't even need it. That's 2 inhibitors broken. Engage will be looking at a tilting. Nethergrass onto the tankiest member. In flies Rakan, gets 3 members, and tilting and low will fall down. No, actually that was Shock. Low now will fall down, so I wasn't all that wrong. And Paparazzi tanky, but unfortunately when there's all those members hitting you, you're not tanky enough. That's a quadra kill. They're looking for the Penta. However, Swathe will just deny it. Raze will not get it. But the Chiefs are looking for the 2-0.
Yep, Low actually played it pretty well. Flashed out of the engage from Rakan. But it's just too little, too late. The gold lead almost insurmountable. Swiper on the bot side bought enough time for Chiefs to break the base.
Yeah, and it was some clever play. Honestly, that's a good macro rotation. They take that creep wave, and on one Baron buff, back-to-back games finished in about 25 minutes. Back-to-back shellackings, and the Chiefs assert their dominance over Tectonic.
They do, absolutely. Chiefs. I think this is the best week yet so far. We've seen 2 very quick games.
I mean, that was under an hour gameplay.
Yep.
That's very quick on the current patch.
That's the best of 3. Ended in about 50 minutes there. That's a shellacking, as you put it.
Yeah, it's a shellacking.
Yeah, that's not my word to say. That's
nah, that's why I messed it up. That's what happens. You just trip over it. But they don't look all that happy. Raze is like, why didn't he give me the best?
Oh yeah, where's my Penta? Where's my 5th kill?
However, I'm a fan of denying Pentas. I know in solo queue, your jungler probably just would have walked at it and given it. But if you don't, if you haven't earned it, you don't get gifted it.
That's the thing. If you get a Penta in a team fight, you're like, oh my god, hell yeah, that was sick. But if you're like, hey, I got 4 kills, like come back here. Yeah. That doesn't really count. Come on.
So I think, Tectonic, they'll go away. They'll have some good VOD to review from Game 2 especially. I think what they need to learn, and maybe this is potentially being a little bit harsh, is how to defend against very aggressive play. Because Destiny's kind of the person that if you step forward, he's not going to second guess it.
Yep.
He's probably not even communicating it. He's probably just goes every single time, and Raze knows that he has to follow up by now. So you have to be able to play around that.
Yep.
If you're going to be playing against these good bottom lanes, you know, the King Cupcakes, the Destiny, Raze, and now, you know, FBI Rogues of the world. Yeah,
and it kind of seems like if Tectonic don't have like a weird mismatch in the mid lane, if they can't get like one of these cheesy counter picks, then Shock doesn't really get priority over a good mid laner like Ryoma. And then if Swathe can't get into the game, they kind of have nothing.
I mean, in saying that, they killed Ryoma.
Yeah.
So that's the Malzahar Kha'Zix has like the gank at level 6 where they just flash kill him and they burn his summoner spell, they killed him. The problem is that Swathe before that had entered into top turret and bottom lane had died 3 times. So really Shock was just sitting there saying, hey guys.
And if Swathe doesn't get those successful ganks off, it feels like Tectonic don't really like have a leg to stand on. They don't feel like they have a game plan. Their bot lane for the most part kind of just gets shoved in despite even playing Kate Jana game 1. They die level 3 and then can't really get priority back. Paparazzi in the top lane had a bit of priority there, got the first blood onto Swathe, but then was immediately countered by Babip, and they lost the 2v1 after. So it's like, it seems like they kind of live and die by whether Swathe finds success in the early game or not. Yeah,
and I think that that's a lot of pressure to put on a young jungler. We've seen him have some very good games. This game was a little bit more of a shaky early game, and you can see it didn't really work out well for the team. However, to hear more about that series, let's throw it over to Laura.
Thank you very much, guys. Sharp and I are joined by Raze, ADC for the Chiefs. First of all, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
How does it feel starting off the Super Week with a 2-0 win?
It feels pretty good. obviously we were going against Tectonic, so like not trying to be not trying to be offensive, but when they're already like 7th in the rankings, it was kind of expected.
Fair call. How did you find it how did you find it working with Destiny this year as opposed to, working with Destiny this year as opposed to Bryce?
They're kind of similar. Like, they both care about like synergy, and like I don't actually care about that. I think it's just completely irrelevant. But yeah, and they're both like really talkative, and they both like want to be the main talker of the team. So it's pretty similar, but yeah, it's pretty good.
So I got a question for you. I saw that you first picked Zaya. So is this something for you that's more of like a comfort pick, or is it more like the duo with Rakan?
I'd say it's definitely more of a duo with Rakan. Like, if both of them are up, then it's just becomes like much more valuable. And obviously, by itself, it's still pretty potent, but it's just not as like good.
And yeah, game one, I was kind of laughing at the fact that you you were dying to ruin the perfect game at the start. What were the comms like during the game, and were you able to like what were the comms like during the game, and were the guys fired up or not? Or
like we were obviously like talking about it, like 10 minutes into the game about the perfect game, but when I jumped in, I just like tried to call like to save me, and then I tried to flash at the end just desperately, and then I just died and looked kind of sad.
Do you think it affected your gameplay when you started to mention that it was a perfect game?
I don't think it did. I think it just gets like on everyone's nerves, but I think it's just how like slow the game was going. I felt like it should have ended probably sooner, but yeah, and that's why I just kind of died, I guess.
Sharp, you were saying that's a bit of a curse on the Direwolves for you guys.
Yeah,
when you say a game's going to be a perfect game.
Yeah, it was last year. I think it was last year, and yeah, last year we had a few times where I remember backstage, Dave and Nathan in the back like, "Oh, this is gonna be a perfect game. This is great for social media." And then like within the next 2 minutes, someone dies instantly. It's like, oh, just jinxed it.
Raze, I'm guessing that the Chiefs' ultimate goal is to win the split and get to MSI. But do you have any personal goals you want to achieve this split?
I like the only personal goal I could think of was like just to be recognized as the best AD carry like once and for all. Obviously with Raider, like people still mention Raider even though he's been retired for about 1.5 years now, and like every AD carry is just kind of in the shadow, and like no one's been like, oh, this is the next Raider, right? It's like hopefully I just want to be recognized as the next Raider.
And on Sunday you'll be going up against Sin Gaming. Do you have any thoughts looking towards that match?
Not like any, I'm looking for another 2-0, obviously. I'm going against my former teammate, Kuden, so I'm pretty excited to go up against him, but hopefully it's a good match.
Well, congratulations once again on your win. This week on our Hungry Jacks 1v1 takedown, we had Jake and Bryce go head-to-head on the rip. So after we take a look at some highlights from this game, we're going to see if Bryce, the 5-time international Oceanic representative, went against Jake, longtime caster and analyst of the OPL, LPL and Worlds. Stay tuned.
Knock-up will not hit. Now Paprise will be stunned up, however. Swiper going very low. Will fall down. That's first blood picked up. And they can continue right now onto Babip. They decide not to. Babip actually might go for this one. Flashes forward, returns a kill. In goes Sway.
Oh, the shield.
Shield is there, and you can see that they're just taking so much. He actually falls down. And now Paprise in trouble as well. That's a double kill for the Armored Titan in the top lane. In they go. Door will not go up in time. Lay it CC beautifully. And Tilting now has to head for the hills. Will be able to get a double kill over there onto Raid. Engage will be looking at a Tilting. Nethergrass onto the tankiest member. In flies Rakan, gets 3 members, and Tilting and Low will fall down. No, actually that was Shock. Low now will fall down, so I wasn't all that wrong. And Paparize, you tanky, but unfortunately when there's all those members hitting you, you're not tanky enough. That's a quadra kill. And on one Baron buff, back-to-back games finished in about 25 minutes. Back-to-back shellackings, and the Chiefs assert their dominance over Tectonic.
So Jake is not what you would expect from a color caster.
I'm a cheesy player. I play AP Alistar. I play a lot of Garen at the moment in solo queue.
And that's his style. He just cheeses to win. So I guess I'm a little bit hesitant. Like what he's gonna be doing.
This is all about mental warfare. If I leave this to pure mechanics, to pure League of Legends ability, there's no way I walk away the victor.
It's Jake. He's not gonna beat me.
If I can just make him doubt, feel those seeds of this is dragging on for a little bit too long for my liking, then, that's when I'm gonna swoop in and just strike.
Here we go, mate.
Here we go. Here we go, mate. Oh, he's hit me with the thumbs up. What do I have? I have the... Where is it, mate? Where is it? Oh, you got the Garen! Because I've been playing Garen in solo queue.
Oh, look at his pearly whites.
Yeah.
Look at his pearly whites.
That is the best.
He's popping.
You're not going for wave clear. You're going to poke me out.
Yeah? What do you mean? I'm not playing the minions. I'm playing Jake Spawn Tiberius.
Ooh. Trigonometry, obviously not Bryce's strong point in high school. Do you know why I played Viger?
No?
Because I'm actually tiny compared to you in real life. So I thought being the tiny master of evil would be pretty ironic.
You're going hardcore, dude. You're a lawman.
Tiny master of evil. How funny is he? Viger's actually the best champion in League of Legends. Oh, that is a big W! That is a big W!
I wanted to hit the creep.
Oh, goodbye, cannon creep.
Dude, this is OP. Oh. Oh, nailed it. Oh, I missed the Q though.
Oh, no, you hit it.
Wait, what?
Oh, well, either that or
I think it was the second part of my W.
Oh, was it? So I'm just bad then.
This is how you CS under turret.
Is
Oh, no, not that one. There we go, we queued it. Alright, where'd you go? You're behind this wall. You're left. You're on the left side.
No, I'm not.
You're on the left side.
I've run back all the way.
You based? Did you base?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. You try hard, bro. Come on. Oh my god, he has TP! Oh my god. What? Who are you?
Yeah, get minion dematerialized.
This is not the Jake Spawn Tiberi that I know.
Oh, that was short. And I've been
This is really hard. It's really hard to kill each other.
Yeah, I said that. Oh, didn't dodge that comment, did ya?
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no. Oh! That's his combo. That's not. He's got nothing left. What did he do that for?
It's a war of attrition, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm looking pretty healthy right now.
Yeah, good.
Need my 3 potions. This is so... Oh my god. Dude, I'm not a mage player. This is so scary. I could just die at any point.
Yeah, hell.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
know the Vanguard cooldowns.
Have you just waited too long?
Oh my god, leave me alone. Oh, that was a very bad ultimate. Oh! Oh! Hey! There we go. Yeah, like I feel overall pretty good. Mainly relief, because I feel like I just wouldn't have heard the end of it.
Look, I thought that I would go in there and just have a crack, and then my level 6 didn't work, and I was like, all right, well, that's over. But then I kind of came back again. I had my second ultimate available, and I was like, I can do this thing. Like, we have a serious chance of winning, boys. And then he flash auto-attacked me with that stupid tentacle. So, you know, what a way to go.